The past is no longer with us. That is to say, we cannot go backward in history to that point in our life. Good day! Maayong adlaw kaninyong suking tigpaminaw. Welcome to BIGAS, a podcast series. And now, we are down to our last episode of BIGAS entitled The Practice of the Past is the Foundation of the Present for a Sustainable Tomorrow. Now, why there is a need for us to delve into the past. So for today's episode, let us look once again at the different recorded accounts that would be of great help in the pursuit of a more sustainable yet competitive future for agriculture. In episode 1 of Bigas, we tackled the introduction to the history of agriculture where Philippines was under the Spanish regime. Remember the Manila-Acapulco trade, where we supplied tobacco, sugar, and abaca to European countries called galleon trade. Native farmers were forced labored, and a prevalent polo system consumed the lives of our ancestors. Haciendas were governed by social elites. Then, the American occupation came. President Aguinaldo established various essential departments, including the Department of Agriculture and Manufacturing, now called Department of Agriculture, whose function is to oversight the farmers and other pertinent agricultural measures. We also talk about from the previous episode unraveling Philippine historical accounts and sustainable practices to farming. What is it again, Miss Dancel?
Sustainable agriculture is a type of agriculture that focuses on producing long-term crops and livestock while having minimal effects on the environment. This type of agriculture tries to find a good balance between the need for food production and the preservation of the ecological system within the environment. The best example is the Ivaran people of Batanes. Their agricultural practices can withstand and even made the most of the unforgiving weathers. They have crop rotation, fallowing, which is a practice to allow their lands to rest and restore soil health. Water harvesting, a rainwater collection system. Delineation of areas. It is the separation of their houses from the farming areas to prevent contamination. Avoidance of going from one parcel of land to another to prevent the transfer of insects and pathogens. Lying in the typhoon belt, Ivarans focus on planting root crops. They adapted their agriculture to the condition of the island. However, in the Malit book, they have ritual practices for sustainable farming. They believed that the host spirit of the field hold the good luck or bring misfortunes. Even now, not just in farming, beliefs are still present and have been passed down from generation to generation.
Moreover, as we venture on farming alternatives in managing crisis, it deals with multiple researchers on farming alternatives in managing crisis. Managing crisis is really difficult, knowing that there are numerous issues and environmental factors affecting our agriculture. But through research, alternative rice production methods, which is environmentally friendly and cost effective, was itemized. Environment Department has promoted the concepts of agroforestry and agritourism as alternatives to the region's intensive farming methods. Rice is grown by more than 250 million agricultural families in Asia, Hussein and Pingali 1998. To meet rising food demand, they have produced 2.5% more rice each year over the last 3 decades, developing novel rice varieties, especially hybrids with higher yield potential, minimizing post-harvest losses and enhancing grain quality to improve profitable are three variables that could lead to enhanced rice production.
Indeed, the cornerstone of the present for a sustainable tomorrow is the history of the past. It involves addressing our own needs without jeopardizing future generations. We construct the present in order to produce a better society in the future that does not have a negative impact on the future and does not cause issues. And that ends the episode 4 of Bigas. The practice of the past is the foundation of the present for a sustainable tomorrow. Now, I want to take this opportunity to thank Ms. Cano. We are not makers of history. We are made of history. These were the words that you have shared that remain not just in our minds, but in our hearts. Allow us to give our utmost gratitude for bringing the life of history that cures our ignorance. Indeed, you have inspired, motivated, and touched our lives not just as a student, but as Filipinos whose consciousness are now fully awakened. Daghang salamat for listening up until the last episode of BIGAS, Battling Insufficiency Through Guided Agricultural Sustainability, a podcast series.